Joining me now is the lawyer for Officer Omaira Feliciano, Tim McEnany. Tim, thanks so much for joining us on such an important issue.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
And Tim, I know that NYPD Officer Feliciano served more than 17 years on the Special Victims Unit. She showed up every day in those early days of the pandemic, coming face to face, I know we were talking about, with 40 to 50 sex offenders a day. She suffered serious COVID. She is permanently disabled. What was her reaction? What was your reaction when she was denied duty disability?
Well, after she got through the Pension Fund's medical board, which is not known for easily putting people through that application process, once she was recommended to be awarded a disability pension, we felt the Board of Trustees would ratify it. We were surprised. This is callous even for that body. The city decided that they weren't going to follow precedent. They had already approved 6 other officers for COVID, for line of duty COVID. And in this case, it decided that they were just going to arbitrarily stop doing that.
And you said this impacts NYPD enrollment numbers. You think Americans and potential Academy enrollees see this, and what do they think?
Sure, the entire pool of the public that they hope to draw future officers from are seeing exactly how NYPD members are treated once they get on the job. You're not protected. They don't safeguard you once you're injured. You're on your own. And so add to this, this is on top of, they remove their qualified immunity, so their houses and assets are at risk every time they arrest a perp. They are abused by the people they work on, they're abused by the people they work for, and then they're abandoned when they're hurt. Why would you want this job? How are these enrollment numbers ever going to come up to where they need to be? It's not going to happen until the voters of New York change their voting habits. And probably that's not going to happen until it gets as bad as it was in the 80s.
You know, I know the next step for Officer Feliciano and you getting this decision in front of a judge. Detective Sergeant Mendoza in Chicago did that same step and lost. He and his sister, Comptroller Mendoza, had to take it to the state level and actually change legislation. Comptroller Susana Mendoza has offered to help you and Officer Feliciano if it does come to that. Does it give you hope? Does it give Omaira Feliciano hope that there is precedence to change this on a state level?
It does, and I think that's a great idea. We're going to help in any way that we can. We're more hopeful on the litigation end here because she was approved by the medical board, and what the Board of Trustees is doing here is the definition of arbitrary behavior. In this state, under the case law for this state, arbitrary behavior like that is not permitted, and the courts will overturn it. We're hoping that we get a fair judge who looks at this case and does the right thing, corrects what was done.
Okay, we'll keep tracking it. Lawyer Tim McEnany, appreciate your time. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.